Hi guys, Christinablackfeather here, and wearing my Game of Bones t-shirt. Full cleavage shot there. Um, I just thought today, I didn't look at the numbers to see what day I am on my 100-day challenge again, which this last week and a half has been just a heck of a lot of fun because now I don't have the brace on right now because I'm going to be eating, and my hands are up and down. I found out that the medication I need for the eczema, the $130 was after the insurance paid their portion for a tube like that long. Yeah. And then the next cheapest down was $99 after the insurance paid their portion. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, what the heck am I paying insurance for? I mean, seriously, it is so messed up. And we get these people that are dead set against saying Big Pharma or anybody working in healthcare. I ran into this yesterday watching Primal Edge Health, watching the live chat. I don't listen to the guy. He's a young earth creationist and stuff like that, and he'll only respond to you if you do a super chat to him, just highlighting him. He won't address it at all. Deletes any vegan commenters and stuff like that. But a bunch of the people in his live chat, I got into a discussion with somebody else in the live chat about mental health medications, and there were people that were pissed at us because we were talking about how that person and then somebody I know, that there's a psychiatric benefit to them getting lithium to balance their bipolar. And the people didn't like that, it had initially started with SSRIs, and I said it depends on the patient. And part of the problem that we have in the United States is we are not patient-centered healthcare at all. It's just, okay, well, let's just do this. And it's not the physicians, it's not the pharmaceuticals, it's the insurance companies. And I got told that even RNs can be wrong and that I was wrong about this. And it's like, no, I'm not. It's the insurance companies. If they won't pay for it, they have a chart of things that are approved. And I ran into this working in dialysis too. So that's my little rant on that one. But it is an anti-vegan channel. It's a carnivore channel, and it's one of these people that has moved out of the United States, and I think it's to avoid the laws. And he's constantly complaining he's demonetized on YouTube. So he's asking for super chats and everything else, and it's always we this and we that, and it's like, what the heck exactly are you doing living in Ecuador? Oh, you kind of have to take a step back when you got somebody trying to avoid the U.S. laws like that. But anyway, this week has been really, really rough, as far as all my joints feel like the cold hit, and all of my joints, it feels like everything is grinding, everything hurts, my hip is killing me, everything's killing me. So I don't even know if I'm hitting the darn exerciser tonight, because between my wrist and actually it's the whole top of my hand I sprained a few weeks ago, I don't know how, and then I irritated the rotator tear on this shoulder, and then the right hip is screaming bloody murder at me, and the right knee and the right ankle, and that's the ankle I broke before, and it just is snowballing this week, and I just want to survive to get to GalaxyCon in 2 days. Hubby and I are getting photos with Chris from Doctor Who, and I'm not going to try to say his last name, I always screw it up, but yeah, we were going to do David Tennant, but David Tennant pulled out because new baby. Congratulations, David. But Chris, to me, I think my favorite doctors was him, and then William Hartnell, the very first, Tom Baker, and I was a Tom Baker girl all the way, but I finally got to watch William Hartnell, and he just was so interesting. So it'd be Chris, William, Tom, David. I'm sorry, it's only because Tom is in there, you know. I mean, they're kind of both a bit of a toss-up for me, but Tom was pretty cool. And then I'd have to say John Pertwee. So, yeah, mix of the old and the new. So I just need to survive to that point. So today is a bit more calorie restriction and watching what I'm eating, and been better this week with it. I've still gotten into Halloween candy, but I measure out how many pieces I have and I keep track of the calories. So, you know, it is a thing. Since I'm not working out as much and I'm still running back and forth at work and everything, I'm keeping track of my steps. I'm doing all of that stuff, but I'm not getting up to the 10,000 steps in the 45 minutes of works out this week, because between not being able to lift and everything else, like, can we just stop? So I just thought I would talk about some of the recent products, and they're fairly old, you know, some might be older than others, but things that I've discovered that I like. I've gone more flexitarian. I don't know if my initial problems with trying to go vegan were because of the lead exposure I was getting through my garden, or if it's just between that and my estrogen medication and my other medications and stuff. Going full vegan just is not it. So I do have meat once or twice a week, but today has been more the vegan meals. So I had a homemade coleslaw at work. It was just in a little Rubbermaid container like that. And I had mushrooms and cucumbers and coleslaw in there, and 2 tablespoons of Jimmy's coleslaw dressing, which spreads out really, really nice. 130 calories for that. Then I brought carrots and radishes with. I had those. And then a cup of unsweetened applesauce. And that satisfied me the whole night. That was pretty good. I was not hungry. And if I bring more junkier stuff to work, I find out I'm more hungry like within 5 hours, if that, 4 hours. That satisfied me till I got home. I kind of broke today, had Campbell's chunky split pea and ham soup, just because that tasted really good. And then I had popcorn for a snack. And so I thought, before I show you, well, let's do that first. Made myself a little pizza. Cold now, but I don't care. It's got homemade seitan on it. I did a chicken seitan with the wheat gluten and with tofu. And it tastes like a chicken roast. It is so good. I love it. And I will be doing that one. It's not for people who have problems with soy or wheat gluten. Sorry. But I will do a video on how I make that, and what herbs and stuff I put in there, because I got the right combination. It was fantastic. The pizza crust. Now, this was an experiment, by the way. I haven't had this yet, but I have had these. And they're extreme wellness, high fiber, carb lean, 15 grams of carbs, 11 grams dietary fiber, so that leaves you with 4 grams of net carbs. And especially when you're diabetic, that's something you have to pay attention to. This is by Olé Mexican Foods. 50 calories for 1 tortilla. I like that. So it's water, modified wheat starch, wheat protein, cellulose, whole wheat, contains 2% less of the following: extra virgin olive oil, salt, xanthan gum. Unfortunately, this isn't a traditional tortilla by any means. I'm getting older and the letters are getting smaller. Ground flaxseed, aluminum-free leavening, which is sodium bicarb, cornstarch, and monocalcium phosphate. There are preservatives in this, but I'm having one of these a day. I don't think that's going to be just something that's really bad for me at that point. There's no trans fat. There's no sugar added. There's no hydrogenated oils in here. So yeah, this is Olay Foods Extreme Wellness High Fiber, and yeah, they're pretty good. They have a natural sweetness to them without any sugar in there, which is really nice. For the sauce, I found this new product by Ragu, Simply Chunky Garden Vegetable Sauce. There's no sugar added, and it's made with olive oil in there. So tomato puree, tomatoes, more tomato puree, calcium chloride, citric acid, onions, carrots, sweet potato, olive oil, celery, green bell peppers, zucchini, salt, spices, and garlic powder. It's pretty good stuff. A little more expensive than the regular. Normally I buy the other, but I wanted to try this one, and I'm pretty happy with it. Then I have mushrooms on there. I have some shredded lettuce because I didn't have any spinach handy. And then I thought I would try these. There's some days, one of my downfalls besides bumping the camera is I feel like Chantal, I like cheese, okay? And unfortunately, between the calories and the cholesterol, when I am on cholesterol medication and stuff, is not a good deal. So I've been getting, I just tried the Daya cheddar shreds and the pepper jack shreds. And these are actually really decent. The texture's still weird compared to cheese, but they work out pretty good. And so yeah, my homemade seitan on there, and then I found a product that's absolutely gross, disgusting, ew. I'm sorry I bought it. I'm gonna have to mix chia or maybe I'll mix oatmeal with it tonight. Try to make it more palatable. Strawberry One yogurt alternative. Silk oat, yeah. Silk oat, no. Ew. The texture of this is just disgusting. There is nothing yogurt about this. This is snot with a tiny, tiny hint of flavoring. And the reason I decided to try it as regular yogurt, you're getting up 150, 180 calories, and most of the time when I eat yogurt, it's plain Greek because I just add fruit to it or a tablespoon of honey or something, and that's it. I like it, but I thought, well, the calories, I'm going to give this a shot. And the first ingredient is oat milk, okay. It's 80 calories for this cup. All right, there's no artificial sugars are in here like the Yoplait Lights at the same calorie content. And they add fruit puree in there and fruit and vegetable juice, and they add cultures in here, so it is a yogurt, but it is the snottiest. This is phlegm texture, and it is just repulsive. And I have just demonetized myself on this video. Maybe. No, I've definitely gotten people cringing. I'm so sorry. Not. Adding vegetables to it because I wanted them. Little pearl onions and Brussels sprouts with a small pat of Country Crock plant butter. This is actually really good. And again, I'm watching the cholesterol. And so then I added minced onions, pepper, and minced garlic on here. I don't add salt when I add a butter or something like that that's got salt in it. So that's going to be my meal tonight, minus the silk oat no. Oat yeah, oat no. But what I'm trying to do is just be a bit healthier while I'm on this journey again. If I can get 20 pounds down in this 100 days, I'll be happy. It's been frustrating because I just have not been the most cooperative person, and it is utterly my fault. You know, I get so frustrated with myself, but it's wanting to eat, and I can be hungry and still be hungry and hungry and hungry, and I know some of it's stemming from the fact that I am trying to control my calories, but I've made some better substitutions, like the Smart Pop popcorn is like 35 calories for a cup or a cup and a half, something like that. So it's something I can get that snack going without blowing my calories out of the water, so that helps. But anyway, I just thought I would kind of update everybody on what's going on there. And yeah, so there we sit. And I'm not doing giant plates of spaghetti like our girl Chantal. And not taking dietary advice from our Princess Shanny, who has given dietary advice to Chantal. Yeah. Just got to do what I know I should be doing, what I know I have to be doing. And that's it. It's just knuckling down and doing it. And to anybody out there going the same way, you know, trying the same way I am, it's frustrating as heck. And if you're just starting to try and lose weight, there's going to be days that you just want to scream. And I've been up and down with those days, really wanting to scream. I'm holding at 214 to 216, not my favorite. I want to get below 200 so I can just, you know, take it a step at a time and keep going until I hit 140. But this has been the worst struggle this year. It's just been terrible. I almost think it was easier after I had the surgery. I swear, how I had the willpower to go. And this is the thing that, I was going to close this video out. This is the thing that gets me, though, about Chantal's whole thing, is saying that she has to go in for this hysterectomy and everything, which is the same thing I had. Now, of course, they had to put all my organs back in place, and they had another reason besides the tons of cysts I was loaded with. I had PCOS really bad, but the fact that, you know, everything came out, and they had to stitch everything back into place and do the hysterectomy and everything. I had to go for, I think I went 3 weeks on a liquid diet. And so the first 2 weeks I used Soylent quite a bit because that made me feel like I had something and I could add flavorings to it and not break that. And I think I got frustrated one day and I had one cookie and that tasted mind-blowing and that satisfied me and I was able to keep going. And then the final week, I had to go on clear liquids only. I lasted 5 days, not a whole week doing that. And I still worked the night before I had the surgery, which I got chewed out by the doctor for, but I was so sick. I just felt so miserable, and somehow I kept going, and I'm in this household working with this kid, and the family's cooking these big dinners, and it smells incredible, and the dad's like, I'm so sorry, Christine. I'm so sorry. But this smells good, doesn't it? It's like, I'm gonna throttle you. Yeah. Yeah. But why I had that willpower for that, and not for behaving myself now. I guess in part because my life depended on it and I was in so much pain constantly that it had to be done. But why is Chantal not doing this? I lost some weight pre-surgery, which helped with the surgery. It would help her immensely with the surgery. She's mukbanging left and right. And she's saying she has to do this. So she's not even listening to the doctor. Because this is what they prescribe. She's not even trying. Is the girl trying to kill herself? I mean, seriously. She's not going to make it on the operating table at this rate. And it's like, I've been there. And I'm obese. I've been there. I'm 5 foot tall and 214 pounds. I've been in her shoes. Why is she not trying? What is the underlying issue up here that is making her not try? And for Shanny or anybody else just trying to talk to this woman is just impossible as all get out. Which resorts to, you know, people commenting on what she's doing, because that's all we've got left. She's not trying. You know? So have it as you will, you know? And so I can see where Charlie Gold comes from with being frustrated with people like this when she's making an effort. And it's like, I sit there and I'm thinking, I don't want to be one of those disappointments on YouTube. I don't. And I think that's part of what's motivating me to go again and again and again and again. But she's not. She doesn't care. She just doesn't care. Amber's thing, I think she's very much a child. Chantal seems to be extremely manipulative, although the other one is too, but they're for different reasons. And it's really frustrating at times. But yeah, so this was a combination of update and food and my thoughts on the girls, and that includes 3 of them now, because one is decided that she can't do her own thing. She's doing the fan thing now, like Life of a Free Spirit, and she's making fun of Charlie Gold's makeup, and, you know, yeah. And deleted all of her racist videos, and her husband deleted all of those racist remarks and stuff about Hitler, which had gone a lot further than what I had initially realized. But all that stuff is downloaded somewhere. What goes on the internet doesn't hide very well. I'm just letting you gals, you and your hubby know that, by the way. So that's my comments. I've been refraining from commenting for quite a while on that topic. But, you know, she's got to get her views and got to project and accuse other people of it. Got to get her views. She's got her hook now. She's copying other people because that's the only way she could do her hook. She'd have been better doing the Goblin Queen, honestly, and not do the fan thing and not sit there and not harangue, make fun of somebody else's makeup style, which Charlie rocks it pretty good. But been better off with the Goblin Queen. That actually is a pretty cool character. And that's on a positive note there, Shanny, which those don't come very often after all the stuff you did. But yeah, Goblin Queen is the way to go. You can do some cool crap without having to copy Life of a Free Spirit. Just saying. All right, night, you guys. Got to get ready for work. Auf Wiedersehen. Blessed be.